More news now from Norfolk, Suffolk and Essex. The Foreign Office has confirmed that 2 people stabbed to death in Kenya were a couple from Essex. Rita and Tony Joel are thought to have been victims of a vicious robbery in the resort of Mombasa. The couple from Leigh-on-Sea were looking to buy a property in the coastal city. 2 men have been arrested after being discovered with jewellery belonging to the couple. A Facebook page has been set up in tribute.
Much of North Essex was left without public transport today as drivers from First Group held a second 24-hour walkout. The company has offered staff a 3-year pay deal, but the Unite union wants a pay increase this year. 2 more strikes are planned for November. Buses in the south of the county did run today after a strike action was suspended on Friday.
Meanwhile, train passengers in Essex face more disruption after it emerged tracks and power lines damaged by a landslip may not be repaired for 2 weeks. The landslip happened last Wednesday at Wrabness. Replacement buses have been running between Harwich and Manningtree.
A higher number of people than average went bankrupt in the east of England last year, according to new figures out today.
Ipswich and Norwich were among the top 10 worst cities and towns nationally, and coastal towns and the elderly were also hit hard. Martin Stew reports.
The effects of the recession are all too clear to see on the high street. And figures released today prove behind closed doors it's affecting us too. Research by a top accountancy firm shows that a significant number of people in the east of England have gone bankrupt. Last year, 21 out of every 10,000 adults in Ipswich went bankrupt, making it the 6th worst place in England. Just behind was Norwich in 7th place, Southend was 9th and Colchester 21st, with nearly twice the level of insolvency as London. All 4 were above the national average.
Well, we've seen a very large increase in inquiries regarding debt coming to the Bureau over the past 5 to 6 years, and among those, bankruptcy has been one option that clients have wanted to discuss with us.
Levels of personal bankruptcy are almost a third higher in coastal towns than the national average. The decline in the UK's shipbuilding, fishing and seaside tourism in towns like Lowestoft have all played their part. And in the last 5 years, the number of retired people going bankrupt has risen 164%.
It's a huge issue. People quite often find that when they retire, they take a really big drop in income, and so therefore they have to manage on perhaps 60%, sometimes less, of the money that they've been earning.
The advice to those who are worried about their finances: seek help before it's too late. Martin Stew, Anglia News, Ipswich.
Now, one of the biggest dates on the football calendar isn't that far away, the first round of the FA Cup.
Norwich are taking part at this stage for the first time in 50 years, and they couldn't have expected such an extraordinary tie to start with. Donovan Blake has more.
Bolton Rovers, the surprise packet, and they've got a home tie.
33.
Norwich City, amazing one that.
It's the standout tie of the FA Cup first round, a League One giant against the lowest ranked team left in the competition. Norwich City are used to playing in front of 25,000 fans here at Carrow Road, but in the first weekend of November they'll be at a homely little ground near Bristol, with most of the football world hoping for an FA Cup giant killing. Up to 5,000 fans can cram into this tight stadium at Winterfield Road. The club play in the South West Division of the Southern League, 5 tiers below Norwich in League One. And naturally, they can't wait for the cup tie.
We're underdogs again. We have been in the last 4 or 5 rounds. So we just go and enjoy it and put our wits against good players, really, that's the thing.
Mind you, Norwich shouldn't really have to worry if their current form is anything to go by. They secured their 5th win in 6 games on Saturday. Chris Martin with the winner against Swindon. There's no stopping Colchester at the moment. Kevin Lisby, the headline maker, against Walsall, with a goal either side of half-time. The U's winning 2-1. But a potential banana skin in the FA Cup, having been drawn away to non-league Bromley. There's Kent opposition too for Southend, who'll visit League One rivals Gillingham. It's a testing time for the Shrimpers, who've yet to settle an outstanding tax bill of more than £600,000 and lost their latest game at Carlisle despite Francis Laurent's first half equaliser. Joe Aniinsa's winner came 10 minutes from time. Elsewhere in the Cup, Cambridge United host Ilkeston Town, while Lowestoft will visit Wrexham if they win tomorrow's 4th qualifying round replay against Gloucester. Of course, our Championship clubs don't enter the competition until round 3, so more time for Roy Keane's Ipswich to sort out their league form. They're still without a win, but John Stead ensured they secured a valuable point at fellow strugglers Plymouth. Better news, though, for Peterborough, a second league win for them at home to Scunthorpe. George Boyd scoring twice in their 3-0 win. Donovan Blake, Anglia News.
The Ipswich Regent Theatre turns 80 this year, and to celebrate, members of the public have been allowed in for a grand tour. They were shown behind the scenes and given a potted history of the theatre, which actually started out as a cinema way back in 1929. Since then, there have been numerous regenerations, and with Ricky Gervais, Will Young and Alicia Dixon all performing in the next month, the theatre says it's doing better than ever.